Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for tonight's How to Get Away with Murder live chat. We'll cross our fingers that we have good vibes, we can make it through all 30 minutes, no problems, no interruptions. Let's don't say the names of the people who might shut us down. What's really funny is that some people actually think that someone is trying to shut me down, which no, I don't think that's what's going on. But basically, YouTube just has a bunch of issues with these live chats, and I thought they'd fix them, but I don't know. So it is so frustrating and I hate it, but I don't know. Let's just hope we can make it through. It's only 30 minutes. I think we can do it. I'm going to shout out to the people who are in the room currently. I know a lot of people are here. So hi, Rick, Eli, DeWitt, Firkin, Makara, Kiara, Deja, and Ben and Charlie. Thank you so much for being here. I feel like a lot of the stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about last night didn't even compute. Like it didn't even make it through because we kept getting shut down. I was so excited to react to the promo for next week, and I was trying to talk about it, and I got shut down. So, hi, Jasmine. Hi, Mr. Crazy. Hi, David. Wit Dog. Thank you so much. There's so many people here tonight, and I appreciate that. Yes, Mr. Crazy, I said hey to you. What's up? So anyway, all right. So I was thinking about what we talked about last night. I don't know if you have seen, I know a lot of you were actually here last night. Maybe you have seen my video, maybe not. So I'll get you up to speed. Hi, Melody. I thought I really do feel strongly about Wes being the one who's under the sheet. I know that's controversial. It's not because I want him to die, but if you think about it, his storyline is essentially over because we did find out who his dad is. His dad is dead. We found out about his backstory with his mom. His mom is dead. He has a useless girlfriend, sorry, not sorry, this season. The only way to continue his story, though, which may save him, which may not save him, is the fact that he's could likely be Laurel's baby daddy. Now, just because he is, if he is, doesn't mean they're going to save him, because they could use that drama with, the fact that he dies and the baby's lost the father. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But something I mentioned last night that I still am having, issues with, which is a good thing, is that this season is so good that it's very hard to be like, I know exactly what's going to go down in the finale, because there's just so many different ways they can go, and we can talk about that a little bit tonight. I see a lot of people are commenting, hashtag Connor can't die. I personally do not think that Connor will die, but I do think he will be the last person revealed as alive, and I think we will get that reveal in the finale. That is my personal belief. So I guess what we should talk about tonight, since we only have, I think we just have 3 episodes left, right? Let me know if I'm wrong about that. But let's talk about what are the different possibilities for what can happen in our finale, and who's going to die, what's going to happen to Laurel, what's going to happen to her baby, who is the baby's father. The same questions that we've had all along, but there's so many different answers to them. And also, I think we should talk about Frank and Bonnie. Like, did Bonnie try to frame him by recording that confession? I thought it was pretty awesome that Frank framed Mahoney's real son, because he got off for a crime that he committed, a murder that he committed. Now, here's a good question from Firkin asking, who do I think will be the next survivor? So let's think about who we are down to. So we are down to Nate, Wes, Connor. Is that everyone? I don't know if you want to count Simon. There's somebody else. I think there should be 4 guys. Nate, Wes, Connor. Who am I forgetting? I'm feeling like the 4th person is the person I'm going to go with. I don't know. Mr. Crazy doesn't want Connor to die, but they're also ungrateful with Analise. Connor was especially annoying last night. I do like him, but I just feel like everyone is so down on Wes that I was thinking last night that perhaps it's not a murder, the person under the sheet, but it's a suicide. But I don't really know. Oh, Frank, thank you so much. Okay, so Frank, Connor, Wes, Nate. Ooh, this is so hard. We are getting down to like the final few people. Who do I think is going to survive next week? Oh my God, that is so hard. I'm going to go with Nate. What do you guys think? That's the other question we have. Who survives next week? So Wit Dog hopes this isn't all a trick, and the person under the sheet is someone we don't know. Then, like, Laurel dies. Now, I believe it was somebody with a Beyonce logo. I don't think she's here right now. I'm not sure if it's a he or a she, but you know who I'm talking about. Queen Bay Fan, I think, is your username. Hold on. We gotta block a troll here. Let's block this person. Okay. So, and I think that was the first person that I saw comment on my videos thinking that Laurel is going to be our big death and the insignificant person is under the sheet, which, you know what? They could definitely switch it up that way. And if that happens, I'm going to go for Simon being under the sheet. So I am really feeling good about Nate being our survivor next week, but it's really getting difficult, really difficult. I feel like he's not a big enough person to die, but you got to think about Annalise's reaction. So, I mean, I don't know if it would be like someone who no one cares about, like Simon under the sheet, because unless she was the one who is responsible for his death, because she seemed very distraught, unless that was her acting. I don't know. I mean, I think this season has been the most difficult because I usually try to figure stuff out, and I remember trying to put the pieces together with Sam, and I don't know. I don't think I quite put all the pieces together because that was kind of a twist with Frank being the killer. Last season's I figured out, but this one, real hard. Really hard because they mixed it up so much because there's so many questions that will be answered. So for someone to predict every single question answered and then get the twist correct, that's pretty impossible. I think it's more impossible than figuring out this season of American Horror Story, which is pretty difficult as well. Mr. Crazy says Nate can die, but they're not going to kill him because he's not that important. So we got that too. But again, I definitely think someone big is going. Someone big's going to die, whether it's the person under the sheet or it's Laurel. So that's what we're down to. Hi, Annie. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's a great show. You might want to check it out. It's the 3rd season, but it's so good. You can binge it in no time because it's so great. So Wit says it could be someone close to her, but not to us, which would kind of be underwhelming. And if that's who's under the sheet, if it's like a family member or her, what was it? It's like her stepdad, but she didn't really like that guy that we've met before. Then I feel like if we get the reveal of who's under the sheet like early on in the finale, I think that's really bad news because I think we're going to lose Laurel at that point. So if that's how it starts going down, then I just feel like we're going to lose Laurel. Now, it could be somebody really popular under the sheet. I mean, it's difficult. So Firkin says maybe Simon dies in the finale and she was responsible for his death and that's why she reacted that way. That's another good thought. Hi, Georgie. Thank you for being here. Jaden, thanks for being here. Tiffany's here. Ralph is here. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, so Annie, you should definitely check it out because it is along the same genre of everything else I watch. Pretty much everything that I watch and cover on this channel is all about either horror or it's always like who killed someone or try to figure something out because that's like my favorite thing to do. I really don't want Laurel to die. For some reason, that bothers me more than a Wes death. Not that I dislike Wes, but I don't know. Melody says there's a male dead in the house. Actually, there was a body in the house, but it was Laurel, and they've already revealed that she's alive. I'm pretty sure that's how that's working. So we have the person under the sheet who was confirmed as a man, and then Laurel. Oh, these are like party decorations, like little tassels. I don't know. This is such a boring background, and I may be changing up my setup in the near future. We'll see. But, you know, just something to give this color because like these walls need to be painted and everything, but this is like a townhouse, so I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I'll try to make it look better for you guys in the future. So hi, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so as Wood Dog is saying, they have us so focused on this, who was under the sheet, that's the perfect time for them to throw us off by having someone lame under there and killing someone else big, like Laurel. And hi, Ross. Thank you for being here. So yeah, thanks, Wet Dog. So, you know, I don't know. I just think however it plays out, people are going to be really sad because I don't think they don't play games. They don't lie. This is a show that is very straightforward. So if they're saying someone big is going to die, someone big is going to die. So Firkin's bringing up Michaela and Asher. And to be honest, I think I've told you guys this before. I wasn't really a fan of their relationship. I just felt like they were kind of mismatched because she's more serious and he's like a kid. But honestly, last night's episode was really great with them. And I really think they're going to be good together. And she just basically has a lot of walls up because, as she was saying, which I guess I didn't actually realize, she doesn't have like a lot of family or a true family because I guess she has an adopted mom at least, but she doesn't maybe have any blood relatives. I'm not really sure everything about her, but I just thought that it was really good and a really great interaction between the two of them. Deja says, feel really bad for Wes when Connor was blaming him for everything and threatening to kill him if he said anything to the cops. I really felt bad, and it really honestly made me mad about Connor because that was just too much. And I mean, and then Analise brought up Rebecca at the beginning of the episode, and it was just Bonnie was saying how Wes was, to blame for everything. So yeah, to me, it was really bad, a really bad episode for Wes because, except for the end, of course, because everyone was like down on him. Sophie says, do you think maybe Frank came back and caught Laurel and Wes together and started the fire? He has no right to be jealous or do anything crazy. That doesn't mean he won't. He was just with Bonnie, but plus he's been MIA and he won't return her calls. I hope not. God, Frank has some problems, but that's going to make me really hate him. Okay. Ralph says, remember that Frank knows all of their wrongdoing, so in a sense, he has to die. That's true. And the only thing I think about Frank dying this season is that the entire season has led up to make us believe he's losing it. He's out of control. It's almost like saying, oh, he's going to die. To me, Frank dying would be really underwhelming, honestly. Frank is trying to come back because if you saw at the end of the episode, he was driving toward Pennsylvania where this is supposedly taking place. And I'm sorry about American Horror Story, Annie, but if you want to comment on my channel or on Twitter, we can chat more about the show there. So sorry. And maybe we can add some live chats before the season is over. Very sorry, though. Who do I think the traitor will be next week is a very good question, as Wit Dog is asking, and I think Firkin is asking, which I didn't know we had a traitor, but that's what the promo was dealing with. No. Okay, this is weird. I'm gonna say this because I'm back, thank God. The promo was talking about who the traitor is, and that's when I got cut off last night. And somebody brought it up here, a couple of you brought it up, and it shut me down again. So I don't know. I think I'm not gonna say her name, but I think she doesn't want us to talk about it because maybe we'll figure it out. Anyway, I guess I don't know if I missed something, but did we know there was going to be a traitor this season? I don't know. Anyways, I was a little bit shocked by that. So as far as who is this person, I don't know. I'm going to go out there and say Oliver because he's been on my list for a while and I still think he's shady. That's what I think. Okay. But Charlie thinks it could be Bonnie. Deja thinks it could be Connor. Connor is very shady. I agree. Ralph says at first thought that Frank dropped Wes's name to the cops, but he was really framing Wes's dad's other son, which I thought was absolutely genius, and props to Frank for figuring that out and not making an innocent person go down for that because, well, we know in a way that his son is innocent, but not in another way because he did murder someone else and got off for it. So, it all works out. Mr. Crazy thinks the traitor is Connor or Bonnie. Jasmine thinks it's someone we wouldn't expect. Yes, I'm going with Oliver. I don't know. I haven't thought about that a lot because I didn't know we were supposed to be figuring out who a traitor was. That kind of seemed to come out of the blue for me, especially because it was just thrown into the promo. And I'm like, okay, I haven't even had my mind on that because we have so many other things to try to figure out. What did I think about Oliver this week? I was getting ready to talk about that, so hopefully the YouTube gods don't care. Something is still not right with him. Some people get really angry when I talk about Oliver. I don't dislike him, but there's something not right, okay? Because when someone tells you they need space and they don't really want to be in a relationship, but yet they're out here trying to find new boyfriends, sometimes that's not adding up, because you don't have space when you're dating other people, okay? And then, well, he actually really seemed to like this guy he went on a date with, so it wasn't like he was just trying to hook up with people. And it seemed like he might want to start a relationship with this guy. That doesn't add up with anything at all that Connor said. So I could be completely off here, but I've thought since last year, pretty much an entire year, there's something else going on with Oliver. And I think, I don't know, I like I said, I'm like, maybe 60% on this. I could be wrong, but I think that's a definite possibility, twist that they want to throw in the works to really shock people, because he seems so nice. And if you think about everyone else in the series, we know bad stuff about them. We know they've committed crimes, they've been accessories to crimes. Almost, every single person in the Keating Five, we know dirt on. We know dirt on Bonnie, we know dirt on Frank. Oliver is presented as Mr. Great and wonderful, super nice. They don't have any other characters like that on the show. There's crap with Nate. So that's my theory on him. There's something going on. Nobody has no drama, especially in a show like this where they show you everyone's dirt and they're going to have one like shining star that has no issues, no drama. No, something's going on with that. They spent a lot of time with random internet hookup man. Don't know what that was about. The only other thing that I have for that thought that's going to upset some people in this room is that if Connor is the one who dies, they're going to introduce this guy as new character, new boyfriend for Oliver, and make Oliver a more prominent character. Maybe Oliver takes a part as a Keating Five, sort of. Maybe he takes Connor's spot. I don't know. David says, not a massive fan of Oliver, think and hope he has another agenda. Absolutely. And again, when I say that stuff about him, if he turns out to be just the super nice guy that he appears to be, cool. I have no problem with Oliver, but, something's off. I'm sorry. Something's not working. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. No, it's not working, but something's not, there's something missing here. There's something about him we don't know. And the guy was way less hotter. Not that that matters, because, he might love his personality, but he wasn't as hot as Connor. But, I just don't get it. Connor wants to be with him. Why doesn't he want to be with Connor anymore? I understand people break up for their own reasons, but he's giving like lame reasons. Like, at least tell him the truth. What is the truth? Why do you not want to be with him anymore? It's not because you want space. I've been on an Oliver rant for too long. All right. Jasmine says a lot of people will probably stop watching. Are you talking about if Connor dies? I don't think they're going to go there. That's if Oliver is not shady, then that is my answer for how he's not shady, because they're going to kill off Connor. I still think that Oliver is really shady. And he's just all over the place. And Ben says he's not making any sense and it's getting annoying. And I just don't know why they spent so much time on this new guy with him, especially since Oliver is not like a big character. David feels like Michaela has been out of the loop lately, which is surprising. I think they're trying to bring out like more of her background and personal life this season and show that she has a softer side. And the reason she acts so defensive is because she's lacking in some things in her life. Kiara says, that people will stop watching if Connor dies. I don't think they're going to go there, to be honest. Wit Dog feels like Connor has had a weird season so far, but really hope he's okay and turns around his luck, if that's possible on the show. Yeah, he kind of has had a weird season. I agree. Makara, says Bonnie might have told the police about Wes so that Frank could fix it and come back. It seemed like Frank was a little surprised when he was listening to Laurel's voicemail. Well, I personally also think that Bonnie is in love with Frank, just like he was in love with Sam, like the obsessive kind of I'll kill you if you don't stay with me love. So yeah, I can believe that. Like, she's just dying to have him back around her. Ross, this is a really good show. Really, really good. It's only 3 seasons. You can watch it on the ABC app if you're in the US. And there's Vanessa. I was wondering where you were. Says it seems that the guy who Oliver hooked up with just wanted to use him for sex, not a real relationship. Maybe he was pretending, because he said he wasn't going to try to come in. He wanted to see him again. Was that just a line? I don't know, because I fell for it, so I don't know. Firkin asked, what do you think will happen in the finale, like the house before it burns down? And that's good, because that's another question that we need to answer. Why does her house catch on fire? Did she do it? Is it someone else? Is it the person who is under the sheet that does it? I don't know. I mean, personally, we can have theories on that all day, but I don't think we have the information needed for that. Maybe that's something we'll get in the next couple of episodes. I don't know. Yeah, Ben says it's more like Oliver just wanted him for sex. I agree. I think it's the other way, really. Jennifer says, do you like the whole Laurel and Wes love scene? Yeah. I think it was, yeah. I guess that's the first time they've hooked up, right? It's just like we were kind of like leading up to it before. Jaden wants me to do these for American Horror Story. I definitely will think about it, because I think it's needed. Austin says, didn't Maggie say her aunt was a lawyer? Could it be the attorney Analise is against? I think she did say that, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together. She does seem young, but yeah, that's okay, because some people have really young aunts and uncles. Sometimes it works that way. She could have been like she could have been a 10 years old or something when Maggie was born. I don't know. But yeah, so Melody thinks there's a dead person in the house besides Laurel when Michaela was looking for Asher on the TV. When they had that clip on the TV, I think they were saying last week that it was confirmed that a man died in the house fire, who is the person under the sheet. Now, if you guys think differently, if everybody thinks differently, let me know. Yeah, Oliver is a series regular, but he's still not part of the Keating Five. I mean, he's a big character in a way, but I wouldn't consider him a main character. Wit Dog wants to know, where is Analise gonna live now? Hey, maybe in prison. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I guess they're gonna have to construct a new set or rent out a new house or something like that. So this is a comment that I've seen a lot of my videos. Maybe Connor was trying to kill Wes. Oh my God. I'm sorry, like, I'm not like Wes's biggest fan, but if Connor kills or tries to kill Wes, I'm gonna have some serious issues with Connor at that point. Yeah, so Deja says she has a nephew a year younger than her. So it happens. I can't explain it to you guys how it happens sometimes, but I know I've had friends who had like 10-year-old aunts or whatever. Like, no, like, you know what I mean? Like child aunts. I don't know if you know what I mean. But anyway, her mom is kind of annoying, so I hope she doesn't go live with her, because I don't really like when they include the mom, like, in the story. I think in the series finale, like, I think Analise will go to jail or something. Something has to give. She can't just get away with this stuff forever. I mean, I know it's called How to Get Away with Murder, but she can't constantly get away with everything all the time. I mean, she already got her job reinstated. It's like everything, she's able to do everything. She gets everything she wants. Jennifer asked, do I think Analise set her own house on fire to cover an actual murder? Quite possibly. And the male under the sheet was actually murdered instead of burned. Very possible. Yeah, I thought of that. I know a lot of you guys have thought that she's behind all of this. And I don't know, maybe she didn't know Laurel was in there or something, or maybe she did. I mean, God, I don't know. Because I would hate to think that she knew Laurel was in there. Or I hope that whoever set the house on fire did not know Laurel was in the house, because that's just terrible. So Ben's trying to explain this. If your sibling has a child before you are born, then yes. So that would happen like if you had a step brother or sister that was like a bunch older than you. Hopefully we're following along here. It's very true. Deja just realized that since Analise went to jail, that she might be losing her license and her job again. True, but I don't think that's going to happen unless it's the series finale, because then the show would be stupid because she couldn't teach and she couldn't practice law, and like they would literally have no scenes. It would just be like, what would it be? David thinks Analise probably is behind it, because Analise always knows what's going on and is a good actress when it comes to a cover-up. Again, I know a lot of people are really going on the reaction she had to the person under the sheet, but I also want you to remember that if you've seen that, or if, I think they've showed it to us a couple times, her reaction, as soon as she sees this person, a couple minutes later, she's all like composed and serious. And, when she went to jail and everything, or when she's in the police station, she seems to have everything together. It doesn't necessarily mean she's not super devastated. Maybe she's just trying to play it cool. Or maybe she didn't really care about the person who was dead because she killed them or helped with their death. I don't know. So Vanessa says that maybe the person is Simon under the sheet, and I definitely think that could be a possibility. But if that happens, I think we lose Laurel, personally. So Whit thinks that Wes could be dead. She set the fire to cover it up, and Laurel was there looking for him, but Analise didn't know she showed up. That's another great option, great possibility. The person under the sheet could have died accidentally. Somebody could have lost their temper, pushed somebody, you know, tried to hurt this person but didn't mean to kill them. Kind of like, you know, what happened with Sam. Didn't he get pushed off the stairs? I think they meant to kill him, but he didn't die. I remember that. And then Wes had to kill him. But you know what I'm saying. So it's like there could be a confrontation, just a fight, and the person dies, but you didn't really mean to go that far, or I have no idea. There's literally a lot of possibilities, and then there's probably some possibilities we've never even thought of that could happen, you know. Deja says it doesn't seem too far off that Analise set her own house on fire. I completely agree. Right, she tried to get Wes to shoot her. I mean, that was some good TV. Back when that was going on, was that last season? Good TV. That was crazy. David says it definitely needs to be Wes or Frank who dies. It wouldn't make sense for it to be someone else. I really think it will be somebody big. I don't think they're playing us in any way. So Mr. Crazy thinks Analise killed the person who died, and she is acting with the crying. Right, so it could have been an accidental death, but you know that you're going down for murder once the police investigate. So there's a gnat in here. So, you know, she's like, we got to cover it up. And I mean, I think that would be so crazy to be here, to have her like, be like, we got to set my house on fire, you know? I think the finale is going to be amazing. So for those of you asking about American Horror Story, yeah, we could do that. Let me think. We could do the chat. I don't do any chats on Thursdays, so if you guys want, we could do a 5 p.m. chat. So same time Thursday for American Horror Story. We could definitely do that next week. But anyway, just to let you guys know, my new video about this week's episode of How to Get Away with Murder will be up tomorrow. If you are new here, and I've seen a lot of new people in the room, so thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Please thumbs up this video. This is an exciting time because I'm covering 4 shows currently. So if you're a Walking Dead fan, that just started. I'm covering that, American Horror Story as well, and Scream Queens. And I don't know, I think it's not going to be on next week, but possibly the week after. So yes. David says maybe Frank died and Analise killed him, and that's the twist because she has never killed anyone. Well, that's good too. We know she's never killed anyone. Good point. So maybe nobody wants to go down for murder. So yeah, definitely. I mean, this is just crazy because there's so many things that could happen, and I really cannot wait to see what happens and like if any of us were right or if they totally, you know, shock us and do something that nobody predicted, which would be really cool. I don't know if the World Series is on next week or not, but I don't know. Elections are the follow. So we have 2 weeks to the presidential election. So honestly, they probably will not be on that day either, November 8th. So I don't know. Scream Queens is they're going to be struggling. Yeah, I've heard that. I did hear a lot of people telling me that Scream Queens is on next week. So I think we have it next week, but we probably don't have it the following week, but I could be wrong. I don't know, because I feel like there'll be a lot of stuff about who won the presidential stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. So Charlie says Analise has to have a lot of people that hate her, and how much she seems to get away with. Sooner or later, her karma will catch up with her and people will start coming after her. I completely agree because karma always has a way of finding people, and it could be getting her like when she least expects it. So absolutely. So it's about time to let you guys go. I just want to thank you so much for being here. A lot of people were here. That's so fun. When we have a bunch of people talking and chatting, it makes me really happy to chat with you guys about the show. Again, I'll have my extended thoughts up tomorrow, so hopefully you'll catch that. And I hope you guys have a really good weekend. It's going to be very busy next week here on my channel with all of the various shows. I have a schedule down below in the down bar, so you can see what times live shows are, live reactions, what days new videos go up. Hopefully that is helpful to you, because I actually needed it for myself because so much is going on. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with my new video. And if you watch Walking Dead, I plan on being live as long as no one shuts me down on Sunday. But thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.